hanging around here?
There's so many clubs here on campus.
There's everything from rowing to anime.
It's awesome.
I came from Toronto and I didn't know what to expect.
Oshawa turned out to be pretty cool.
It's great.
I think the coolest part of being an athlete here is how young the school is. You know, you look at a lot of other schools that we play against and they have such a deeper history than us, where we're making history.
I'm now working for the Canadian Olympic Committee, and it's all because of the opportunities I've had right here.
The most important thing for me is building a sense of community in my classes. Every week, my students show up to class expecting to have fun.
There's a difference between science and technology. While science is this pursuit of truth, technology needs a conscience, and that's something we strive to provide at Ontario Tech.
As a researcher at the university, what's really exciting is that when a student comes to us with a dream project, we can really make it happen.
My partner and I are the world champions of Microsoft's 2018 Imagine competition because we developed a robotic prosthetic hand that's not only the most powerful hand that the market has ever seen, but it's the most affordable so that the people who need it have access to it.
If you've got an idea and it takes technology to make it happen, you've got to be here.
All right, so that is just a short video clip about Ontario Tech University campus and also the student life and also our message for our future students. So we're Tech University, but the tech with the conscience, which means that we try to use the technology to make our life easier. All right. So today's sessions, I would like to list out all the contents. So first of all, I would need to help you to understand more about the Oshawa, which is where we are located. And then we have some of the Ontario Tech stories and also our university's ranking. Next is our programmings and also admission requirements, and also all of the supports for the international students. And of course, we will have a lot of scholarships, informations for international students as well, and especially for Myanmar students. And last but not least would be the Q&A session. So if you have any questions during my presentations, please do not forget to put in the chat box, and then we can deal with all the questions at the end of the sessions. All right. So the first thing I would want to share is about the Oshawa. So here on the screen, you can see the map of the parts of the Ontario province. Let me show you. All right, so here is the map of a part of Ontario. So Ontario is one of the biggest province in Canada. So as you know, the Ottawa, which is the capital of the country, is also located in Ontario. And of course, the Toronto, which is the biggest city in the province, is also located in Ontario. So here we go. We have Oshawa City, which is within the Durham regions, and still in the Greater Toronto areas. So Greater Toronto areas, which is called GTA. So the GTA areas is from Hamilton up to the North York, and also down to the Oshawa. So it's going to be end up here. So we are located here in Oshawa, which is only 45 minutes driving to the downtown of Toronto. So which means it's very close to downtown of Toronto, but we are still having every single service for the international students. We around the campuses, we have the hospital, we have the groceries, we also have the drugstores, and also many Asian restaurants, so that the international students can feel like home when you are in our campuses. So here in Oshawa, the weather is quite similar to any other city in the southern of Ontario. So in spring, the average temperature is around 9 degrees, summer 25, winter -8. Yes, of course, because we're here in Ontario. And last but not least is the fall, which is around like 12 to 18 degrees Celsius. So my advice here is that whoever wants to go to Canada, please go to the fall intake, which is September, because this is the most beautiful season in the year in Canada. So that is very easy for you, and also it would eager you to actually explore the campuses and also the living environments around the area of the university. All right, so here you go. You can see Oshawa, which is one of the best cities to live in Ontario, because first of all, is reasonable living costs. And compared to the downtown of Toronto, it can reach down to a half of the prices in Toronto. So for example, a month of the living cost in Oshawa would be from 1,000 to like 1,200 Canadian dollars per month, all included, accommodations, transportation, and also the meal plan as well. Meanwhile, in Toronto, it can reach up to 2,000 or 2,500 Canadian dollars per month. All right. And also, Oshawa is one of the best city for the STEM focus, which is mean that we are a hub city that is very strong in science, technology, engineering, and maths. So you can see here, the academic fundamentals here is very diversity, and the leading industry is now the healthcare, like health science programs, and also educational sector growth, advanced manufacturing for those who are into engineering. Logistics is kind of like supply chain, and energy and IT, which is like computer related jobs. So for those who are into science, technology, engineering, and maths, so Oshawa is one of the best destinations for you, because we offer a lot of opportunities, like job opportunities for you right when you are within the universities. All right, so here you go again. We got two beautiful campus right now, a picture of them on the screens. So we have two campuses. One is in the north, which is called the North Campus, and the other is in the downtown. So we call it Downtown Campus. So in North Campus, which is the biggest campus, so we have the residents right within the campus as well. So here is the home for students who study engineering, applied science, computer science, business, and many other health science programs. And we have the residents within the campus here. And meanwhile, our downtown campus, which is around 15 minutes by bus from the North Campus to the downtown one. All right, so the downtown campus is the home for social science and humanities faculties. And we also have some of the science, including psychology, is developing here in the downtown campus. Okay, so let's move to our rankings. I believe that many of our students are really care for the rankings of the university that you are planning to apply for. So in Canada, we use the Maclean's magazines. Okay, so Maclean's magazine is kind of like a Canadian magazine that was founded in 1905, reporting the Canadian issues like the politics, educations, economics, and many more. So as per the Maclean's magazine, we are ranking #1 in Ontario for the reputations of the undergraduate programs. Secondly, we are ranking number 1 in Canada for the best library for the undergraduate programs as well. Because we are quite young public university, we are over 20 years old, and that's why we apply a lot of high technology and also very useful software within the library. So it's very easy for our students to engage with the high technology industry. And the third one is that we are ranking number 3 in entire Canada as the best university for the research dollars. All right, and move to the internationally ranking. So as for the US news, we are ranking number 3 in Ontario, and right now we are number 8 in Canada as one of the best university to study engineering. And our business and IT school is also ranking number 1 in Canada and number 4 in entire North America. And then we have the mechanical engineering and electrical engineering in top 5 and top 10 in Ontario, respectively, as per the US news. Okay, so though we are tech university, but we are very diversity, we have many other faculty as well. As you can see on the screen, we have the business, we have computers and technology, we have educations, engineering, medicine and health, science here. So science here means like applied science. I won't be explaining to you more in the next slides. And last but not least is the social science and humanities. Right, so let's move to business. So business, like many other high-ranking universities, we have accounting, which is accredited by the CPA. So CPA is the Charter Professional Accounting. So whoever wants to be registered accountants in Canada will need to have the CPA of Ontario. All right, same thing, we have commerce, we also have finance, we have health administrations, marketing, HR management, and technology management. So technology management here, which means that is a combination between the business management and the technology. And it is focused on the IT and the AI, which is usable in the business management. Right. So the best thing about business faculty here is that we have 100% co-op and internships apply to all of our programs. So which means that 100 of our students will be participating in the experiential learning, which is the internship or the co-op. So the co-op here means internship with paid. So right now we're working with more than 300 companies in Canada to provide the paid internships and the capstone opportunities. So for those who do not know capstone is, so capstone is a type of internships that we try to engage our students within a project from our company's partners. So during the project, the students will need to contribute the ideas and reports to the companies to make the project more efficient. All right, so that's the capstone. And once again, capstone is just one type of unpaid internships. Okay, next is the computers and technology. So for computers and technology, we have a lot of the computing, and also we have a lot of the game and also software engineering. I only want to focus here, which is the computer science. So computer science, we have 2 majors for the students to choose from. One is the data science, and the other is the digital media studies. All right. And this is one of the most competitive programs related to computer. So whoever wants to apply to computer science, please make sure that you apply as soon as possible and no later than January 31st for the full intake. All right, and let's move to the next one, which is game development and interactive media. So for those who are into the game, but the game programming or the game coding, and also whoever wants to study more about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any other interactive media. So game development is the best programs for you. We also have Internet of Things, we also have software engineering, and also technology management as well. And once again, we also work with more than 300 companies to provide the students the paid internship, which is the co-op. So all of the programs here that we provide, there is co-op in there. So next is the educations. So educations, we have a Bachelor of Arts in Educations, which is 4 years, and another which is the Bachelor of Educations, which is consecutive education to teach the intermediate or senior high school kids, or the other one, which is the consecutive education for the primary and junior school kids. All right, so then the special thing about this program is that it is only 16 months in length. And with this one, the requirement is that you need to graduate it from a 4 years bachelor degrees in any discipline. It can be business, it can be engineering, it can be science, but you do not want to continue your career within the major, but you want to teach. So the Bachelor of Education's consecutive program is the best one for you because you only take like 16 months to study. All right, so let's move to the next faculty, which is the engineering. So engineering here, once again, we are very focused on the STEM. So engineering is one of our strongest faculties right now. So we have a lot of engineering programs, but I just want to focus on two main programs, which is quite, new to Southeast Asian students. So the first one is the automotive engineering. So automotive engineering, first of all, we are the only one university that offer the automotive engineering bachelor degrees of honors in Canada. All right, so we allow the students to access to our incredible software. So the student can just bring the laptop to school and also can download all the software like the CAT or the CAR or truck simulations. And also we have the nuclear engineering here. So nuclear engineering is not something that is too far away from us. So it's going to be teaching what's nuclear reactor, what's the fusion reactors, and also it can apply in agriculture, in industry, and also in the aviation as well. So nuclear, we can apply a lot, like the gates of the job opportunity is very widened. All right, so let's move to the medicine and health. So medicine and health, we have a lot of programs for you. And also we are ranking #1 in Ontario as the medical science undergraduate university. So we have applied biotechnology, we have chemical biology, we have life science, we have kinesiology. So kinesiology is to teach you about the movements of the body. So for those who want to work as a massage therapist, right? So that's the best option for you. Or if you want to be a personal trainee, so that would also be a best options for you as well in terms of the medicine and health. And for those who wants to be a doctor or to be a pharmacist, So the life science or life science programs or human health science, or it can be chemical biology would be the best foundation programs for you to be able to get into the medical doctor programs to be a doctor in the future. All right, so let's move to the science one. So for the science, we have physics. So the physics will be having into majors. One is the astrophysics and the other is the nanotechnology and clean energy. And as per the chemistry, we have the chemical biology, we have environmental biology, we have the environmental toxicology, and we also have the forensic chemistry as well. So you can see here, we are very science-focused program as well. So our forensic science is one of the 2 forensic science programs in Canada that is fully accredited by the American Academy of the Forensic Science. And 82% of our science students are employed within 6 months of graduations, because all of our programs here, we have the co-op opportunities. Last but not least is the social science and humanities. So with this one, we also have the Bachelor of Arts in Legal Studies, who wants to be a lawyer, or information law, liberal studies, or political science. We also have the psychology here. So for the psychology, we have 3 types of the psychology. The first one is the Bachelor of Arts in Psychology that teach you how the living environment, how the society affects on the human beings' behavior or the reactions. And we have another one, which is the Bachelor of Science in Psychology that is going to teach about the neuron science or any other factors within the body that affect onto the human beings' reactions or behavior. Last but not least, we have which is called the criminology and psychology. So which means that you will be going to study to analyze like how a crime happens and why did they think and why did they do that. So that is one of the criminal psychology. So we also ranking number 1 in Canada for the social science grants, social science and humanities grants as well. Okay, so those are all the programs of Ontario Tech University. And let me go to the admission requirements. So all of the programs, most of the programs, we require IELTS 6.5 with no band less than 6. Or with the educations and nursing programs, we require overall score of IELTS 7.0 and also no sub-score less than 6 as well. Further than that, we also have, we also accept the Pearson, we accept the TOEFL IBT, we accept CAEL, Cambridge English, and Duolingo as well, which is very flexible. But for those who do not having the IELTS yet, we have the English Language Center so that you can study English before getting into the major. So we have 6 intakes for the EAP programs, which is in August, October, January, February, April, and June. So I can say that in every 2 months, we have an intake for the EAP. All right, so for the Myanmar students, we require students to probably complete the first year of the university studies. All right, or it can be equivalent to the post-secondary, like the post-second, like the, how to say, the high school equivalents. And so about the percentage of the high school GPA, it won't be depends on each programs. So for example, for computer science, we look at the GPA of around high 80%. So which means you need to have at least 85% for the GPA of the first year of the university or the post-secondary programs. And but rather than that, any other programs, we only look at the GPA of 70% to 75%, depends on which programs you're in. So as per the tuition fee right now, so the tuition fee would be around from 30,000 to, I can say, 40,000. It depends on which faculties are you applying for. And here is the total cost for international students to study in Ontario Tech University and to stay in Oshawa. So it's going to be from, I can say, 42,000 to 55,000 Canadian dollars, everything included. Tuition fee, accommodations, and also the meal plan as well, everything included here. And of course, we have scholarships. Right now, we have two types of the major entrance scholarships. The first one you can see here, which is the Global Leadership Awards. With this one, the value is up to 120,000 Canadian dollars. So we reduce 30,000 Canadian dollars into the tuition fee of every year that you are in the Ontario Tech University. So the criteria we're looking for Global Leadership Award is that the first one, your GPA of the high school or equivalent must be 90% or above. Secondly, you need to submit a reference letters and stating that you have the leadership skills. Last but not least is another reference letters that are stating that you have a certain contribution to the society. Like we want to see how helpful you are in the living environment, in the place that you're staying, and also in the school that you're studying. And that's what we want to see. So those are the three criteria for the Global Leadership Awards. And the next one, which is International Merit Award, which is 10,000. So with this one, you do not have to apply, as well as you do not have to do any extra activities. What we want to see is just how good you are at the school. So we only look at your transcripts, and if you are getting to our top 40 students with the best, with the highest GPA of the post-secondary programs or diploma, then you can get the 10,000 Canadian dollars for the first year of the tuition fee. Further than that, we have the in-course scholarships. So in-course scholarship meaning is that you can apply for this starting from the second year of the studies. So it's going to be based on the previous year GPA that you can get from 1,000 to 1,500 Canadian dollars for the semester. So in Canada, the highest GPA is 4.3, right? And if you are studying OSSD, which is the Canadian high school education system, then you get around 85% or above. You can get from 1,000 to 4,000 Canadian dollars awards to your tuition fee. All right, last but not least is the residence informations. So we have 3 types of room right here. You can see, which is from Central South Hall, Simcoe Village, which is 6,420 Canadian dollars per academic year, and the highest one, which is in the North Hall, Simcoe Village, which is 8,240 Canadian dollars. All the figures is for 1 academic year. So 1 academic year would run from this year, September, to end of the May next year, which is around 8 months. All right. Okay, so last but not least, I would want to tell you about how we support our students to get a job after graduating. or even during the time that students studying. So we have two counselors team. The first one is the career counselors. So our career counselors will take a guiding and exploratory approach to help our students to understand themselves, to explore what they are good at, what they are not good at, and what are their habits and also the hobbies, so that they will guide the students. Okay, this company is the best one for you, this position is the best one for you, and this kind of like living environment is the best one for you. So it's kind of like career guidance. And the next one, which is called the employment counseling or advisor. So employment advisor will help you to navigate where to apply for a job, where to search for the jobs, and how to do the CV and how to do the interview, which is like Canadian style. So that's what we support. And also every year we have a job fair open to every single student, so that you can have a opportunity to talk to the companies and to talk to the HR departments of many different companies in entire Canada. So then you can get connects, you can have the networkings, and then you can work for the co-op work term, or you can keep the networking for the after graduating opportunities as well. All right, so I think that is all about Ontario Tech University. And now I would want to move to the Q&A sessions.
Miss Mai, your presentation is really good and the perfect, really perfect. Now we will go to question and answer session. အားလုံးအနေနဲ့ကိုသိကျင်တဲ့မေးခွန်းလေးမေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဗျ။ဒီချက်ပေါက်အနေနဲ့မေးလို့ရလို့ဒီကိုယ့်ဘာကို unmute လုပ်ပြီးတော့လည်းမေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်။မေးစရာမေးခွန်းလေးများမေးလို့ရပါတယ်နော်။ Miss Mai, do you accept transfer from college?
Yes, we do. We do accept the transfer students. So here is the procedure to transfer some of the credits. So first of all, the students would need still apply for the program first. And then the students will need to submit, which is called the syllabus. So the syllabus is a document that help us to see detailed contents of each subject that the student took during the colleges or the universities. And if the syllabus or if the contents from the syllabus is matched with us 80% or above, and also the grades of the students for that subject is I can tell if from the college it would be the B, or is equivalent to like high 70%, like 77 or 78% or 80%, then the credits can be transferred. If the students transfer from the university, then we only require the grade C minimum for a subject to be transferred. So yes, and also the maximum credits that can be transferred is 60 credits hours, which is equivalent to 2 years. And there is no further, fee for the students to require transfer the credits. You are muted, Liam.
This is the question from Chabals. Please advise recommendation for postgraduate program.
Oh, okay. This is good questions. First of all, I am sorry that I am actually from the undergraduate departments. However, I can still advise you with the postgraduate programs. So in Canada, there are two types of the postgraduate programs. The first one is the postgraduate certificates programs, which is provided by the colleges, right? And the second one is the master degrees. So master degrees are mostly 2 years in length and usually only provided by the universities, right? So the postgraduate certificate is usually 1 year. Some of them can be 2 years. And for the master, the majority of them are 2 years in length. And there are still some of them is 1 year as well, but the majority is 2 years. And also the master programs is also require a bit higher than the postgraduate certificates. So here at Ontario Tech University, we have master degrees in engineering, in science, like computer science, in biological science, biotechnology, MBAI, which is the Master in Business Analytics and AI, which is the combination between the MBA and also technology. And we also have Master in Educations for those who are into the education management. And last but not least is the Master in Finance and Data Science. So this is kind of like combination between the finance, investment, and also the data science, which is one of the major in computer science. So then the general requirements for the master degrees, first of all, the GPA for university degree is 75% or above. So first of all, you need to graduate from a 4 years bachelor degree in maybe in Myanmar, and the GPA must be around 75%. Okay, and also you need to provide 2 reference letters. One should be from the university, from the professor, and the other should be from the company that you have internship or you have worked with. And we want to see academically and non-academically performance from a reference. So that's it. Yeah. And what else? So the tuition fee for the master programs would be around 22,000 to maximum about 27,000 Canadian dollars per year. I know that master is quite a big of the investment for sure compared to the postgraduate certificate at the colleges. But if any of you who are planning to stay longer in Canada or to apply for the permanent residence in Canada after graduating, master is the best for you, because after graduating for the master, you only have to study, you only have to work full-time, maximum 6 months to be able to apply for the permanent residence. Meanwhile, the other level of the studies, which is bachelor degrees or college diploma, it would take you 1 year minimum to work before applying for the permanent residence. And also, if you have a master degrees in hand, then it would earn you more score when you're applying for the permanent residence. So for example, if you're studying diploma colleges or postgraduate certificates, it can give you around like 10 score in terms of the education sector in the PR form, for example. But master can bring you maybe like 15 or something. I am not sure I'm not sure what exactly score it is, but it's way higher than the other education system or level. All right. Any other questions about the master programs, please?
Yeah, there is a one thing question. Could you please share me more about on information technology security master program?
Cool. Sure. Why not? So then our IT securities, we have a master programs, which is 2 years in length. And there would be one intake in the year, which is in September. And the deadline to apply for the IT security master program is in February 2024 for the full intake 2024. Okay, so like I mentioned, the requirements is, first of all, you need to have 4 years bachelor degrees in information technology with the GPA 75% or more. And secondly, you need to submit 2 reference letters. One is academic one, which is from the professor from the university, and the other is from the company or any organizations that you have worked with. Okay, so just those 3. So I can send you the link of the programs here so that you can have more research after these sessions, okay?
Okay, there is one more question. Can I join after NCC level 5 in Myanmar? He want to know about computer science.
Computer science. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Can you please explain me about the NCC level 5, please? Because I'm not so familiar with this education system.
NCC level 5 is a foundation diploma program in Myanmar.
Is a which diploma? Sorry.
NCC level 5 is a foundation diploma program in Myanmar.
What are the requirements to get into the NCC level 5 programs? You are muted again, Liam.
NCC level 5 ကလေဒီမှာဘယ် program လေးနဲ့ပြီးထားလဲကျွန်တော်ပြပြပေးပါလားဗျဟုတ်လားကြားရဘူးဟုတ်ကြားပါတယ်ဟုတ် NCC level 5ကျွန်တော်ဟိုလည်းပြီးတာ Hello ဟုတ်ကြားတယ်ဗျဟုတ်ကဲ့ကျွန်တော်ခဏလေးဟိုလည်းကျွန်တော်ဒီ community ဘိုင်းနဲ့ပြီးတာ Hello. He attended the diploma in computing in Myanmar. What? Who do you go? Miss Mai. He is finished for diploma in computing in Myanmar. So he want to join the NCC level 5. Which program he want to join in Ontario Tech University? Yes.
So NCC level 5, which means that is equivalent to the diploma, right? Like post-secondary diploma program. Is that right, Liam?
Yeah.
Okay. How long does it take to get the NCC level 5? How long does it take?
The NCC level 5 လေဘယ်လောက်ကြာတက်ကြလဲချက်လောက်ပြပြပေးပါလားဗျသူက level 3ကကျွန်တော်တို့က10တန်းအောင်များနေဆို level 3ကတက်ရမယ် level 4 level 5ဆိုဒီတက္ကသိုလ်ဒီကလန်တက္ကသိုလ်နေသူကဟိုဝါညီမှာစကန်ရနဲ့ဝါညီပြီးတော့ဟိုမှာ bachelor ယူတက်ရတော့တယ်အဲ့မှာတော့တက်ရလား UK ကနေတာhe want to know about his diploma program can join in Canada or do you advise something for him?
Yeah, so then well, since I'm asking so that I can give him like further advice, but however, if he already get the diploma in computing, right? So in computer science or IT, the only advice that I can give him right now is just to try to apply and transfer his credits to the bachelor degrees programs. So like I mentioned earlier, the students, when they want to transfer from the college diploma, then they have to submit the syllabus, and he needs to have around 75% GPA from the college to be able to transfer some of the credits. All right, so I cannot promise like how many credits hours he can actually transfer, because we want to see his transcripts. But yeah, I think that if he study like colleges there in Myanmar, then maybe he can get into the second year of the studies in the bachelor degrees in Ontario Tech University. And for the master, unfortunately, we only accept the ones who graduate from 4 years bachelor degrees.
We are going to another question. Is any co-op program provided for Master of Computer Science?
So for computer science, so I have just sent over to the chat box the link for the Master of Computer Science, so then you can see the whole program's information here. So I need to tell you that for all of the master programs, there is not many co-op. There might be a which is called a research thesis, or it can there can be another which is called the how to say, experiential learning or internship, but it is not the co-op, which is the internship with paid. Because why? Because co-op, which is internship with paid, is going to be from 4 months to maximum 16 months, and it's usually for undergraduate programs, which is meant for the bachelor degrees programs. And also the master programs is for those who already have the knowledge in the industry already. And also they need to have a certain of the working experience. So that's why co-op in the master, it is not mandatory, and also there is not many co-op within the master programs. So yes, once again, in computer science, we don't have the co-op programs. But in Canada, maybe you already know, once the student got the study permits, right, they're eligible to work up to 20 hours per week. And in fact, right now, because after the COVID, the Canadian government allows students to work more than 20 hours per week for now. But I'm not really sure when is it going to finish. But right now, the international students are still eligible to work more than 20 hours per week, as long as they can, how to say, maintain their full-time status in the school.
Thank you. There is another question. The Ontario Tech has MSc Data Science. Can I have exact link of Data Science Master degree?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat box. You'll see, so she can check that one out, the chat box. So I sent 2 links. One is the Master of IT Securities, and the next one is the Master in Computer Science. So data science is within the computer science. So in the Master of Computer Science, there will be a certain topics that it cover. It also including data science and also digital media studies as well. So the students can choose one of them to be focused on.
There is another question. Tuition fee must be paid per annual or per term for Master of Computer Science?
All right, this is good questions. So the tuition fee is also within the link of the computer science as well, the exact one. All right. Okay, so let me show you my screens. Why not, right? Just hold on a sec. Okay, so here you can see this is the link to the computer science programs. So at the right-hand side here, you can see the program detail. So you can see the credential, which is the Master of Science, for example, delivery method, in class or hybrid, and locations, which campuses, start dates. So for computer science, we have 3 start dates, which is September, January, or May. And the length is 24 months and based on the full-time studies. And last but not least, you can see program formats. Okay. Right, so you can see here the program formats right now is the courses with the research thesis. So which means that there will be a mix between the courses base and a research thesis. So you will need to do a research to graduate from this. So these are the fields, all right? So there will be digital media, information science. So it's kind of data science. It's gonna be same thing. So here you can see distributions and management of information, including database system, machine learning, services computing, AI, and health informatics, networking and IT, and software design here as well. So you can see some of the research areas that we want you to focus on to do the thesis one. And last but not least is the fees or the curriculum. So you can see some of the sample programs or the courses here. Funding, so it's kind of like some of the financial aid, all right? And the fees is going to be here. So just click in that and then you will see the tuition fee. So please choose the international tuition fee here is for you. And then scroll down until the full-time tuition fee right here. So you can see here is the tuition fee for our PhD and also the master. So for the master in computer science, it's going to be Master of Science, which is 20,000 per year, or per term is 6,700. Master of Applied Science, 22,000. Master of Engineering is always the highest one, which is 30,000. And last but not least is the nursing one, which is 24,000. So you can see all of the flat fee tuition fee here on the link I have sent. Right? Does that answer the questions?
Yeah, there is one more question. Is there environmental and water resources engineering or water management engineering for master degree? May I get the link also?
All right, so we have the, which is called the engineering management master programs. We don't have like specific in like environments management, but I can send the link of the full list of our postgraduate programs for you as well. Just hold on a sec, I can share with you. All right, here you go. Oh, sorry, I think I need to set everyone in the meeting again. Okay.
Hello, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I have a question. I would like to know the previous admission process.
Right, for undergraduate programs or graduates?
I mean bachelor.
Sure. So for the bachelor degrees, we process average time is 3 weeks. Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, but some of the programs can get like quicker, around like 1 or 2 weeks. But some of them can be reaching like 4 weeks, like computer science, because we got a lot of applications. So I can tell you the average timing is 3 weeks.
So you mean the admission process period time developed on the program, right?
Right, for the bachelor degrees. But for the master program, it might take a month or more, from 6 to 8 weeks, because for the master programs, most of our master programs is thesis based or research based. So which means that the students will need to talk or interview with our supervisor, which is one of our professors in the university. So it might take a little bit longer.
Yeah, thank you.
There is another question. May I know whether I could join master degree if I don't have relevant experience in computer science related? I have graduated in electronic engineering since 2009 in Myanmar.
Cool. So he wants to apply for the master in computer science. Meanwhile, he graduated into electronics engineering, right?
Yes.
This is a good question, actually. Probably let me check over the computer science first, and let's see if it's kind of like related or it's just hold on a sec. Okay, so for computer science, we require students to have undergraduate degree in computer science, computer engineering, information technology, or software engineering. So which mean that if you are taking which one? Electrical engineering, is that right? Electrical engineering, electronics engineering science. So I don't think it is equivalent to the computer science. But why don't you take another, I mean, like, which is the management, like engineering management, or we also have the master in electrical engineering as well.
Thank you. There is another question. Can I request to waive English proficiency test if I have 14 years of working experience in Singapore?
Well, okay. So it's just the working, right? Not the studying. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So unfortunately, we still require you to have the English proficiency in this case, because if you like study anywhere in the world, you can study in Myanmar, but if you can show that it is fully in English for at least 3 years, then you do not have to submit any English proficiency. But if you just work, then we still need to require you to submit the IELTS or any other English proficiency. Yeah, and also if you have an IELTS, I think it would be, I mean, like easier for you, and also your profile or applications when you're applying for the visa, I think it's going to be better.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask you one question?
Please, yes.
Can I address say I'm a researcher in Canada?
I'm sorry, what's your question again?
Can I address say I'm a researcher in Canada University?
Yes, you already in.
Say I'm a researcher.
She wanna apply for say a marketing subject in Canada. Could you please advise something for her?
ဟုတ်ကနေဒါမှာဆေးရ marketing subject တက်လို့ရပါရှင်
Oh, she attending the say a marketing subject in Canada. So, can you advise for her something, please?
CM what? I'm sorry. I didn't know. I
Say a
didn't get it.
marketing, say a marketing course.
Which course again? Sorry.
Say and marketing course, selling and marketing course.
Oh, sell and marketing. Am I correct?
Yes, yes,
Yes, sell and marketing, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. So her education background is in sales and marketing
Yes, in Canada.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so she already got like diploma college in Canada or
Diploma ပြီးတာလားဒီ college တက်နေတာလားမသိချက်တော့ပြောပြပေးပါလားဗျ
diploma တက်နေရရှင်ဟုတ် diploma ရှင်
Oh, she attended a diploma course.
she's now for the diploma courses. So yes, so if well, right now she already studying in Canada at a college. Is that right?
Yes, right, yes.
Yeah, and then she wants to earn a bachelor degrees in kind of like sales and marketing or postgraduate certificates.
Postgraduate certificate တော့တက်နေရလားဒီရိုးရိုး diploma တက်နေရလားချက်တော့ပြောပြပေးပါလားဗျ
ဆေးရ marketing ကတော့ရိုးရိုးဒီ local မှာတော့diploma အနေနဲ့ကတော့ပြီးထားရှိရရှင်အဲဆိုတော့ဟိုပါလဲအဲ့ဒီဘက်မှာကျတော့ကနေဒါမှာကျတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုး diploma အနေနဲ့တက်လို့ဆက်ရပါအဲ့ဒီချက်ပြီးရှင်
Oh, she already have a diploma in Myanmar. Now she applying for selling and marketing diploma in Canada.
I think that is good. I mean, like, if she wants to study, I mean, like, or to earn the bachelor degrees, then she can apply for transfer some of the credits. So we have a business programs. We have a Bachelor of Commerce in marketing, so which I think very similar to what her education background is. So yeah, so she can apply to Bachelor of Commerce in marketing, and then she can transfer some of the credits. So once again, if she wants to transfer, she would need to submit the syllabus so that we want to see what exactly of the topics that she already covered within the diploma, and then the average GPA from the college should be around B. So I can say like high 70%, like 77 or 78% out of 100. So then yeah, so that's the minimum requirement for each credits that she wants to that she can transfer. And what else? Yeah, so then honestly to share with Tin, you have two options. One is that if you want to earn the bachelor degrees, then apply to Ontario Tech University for the Bachelor of Commerce in marketing. So you have to study for another 2 to 3 years to get the bachelor degrees in marketing. Another option for you is that if your diploma is kind of like 3 years or more, then maybe you can apply for the postgraduate certificates at the colleges as well. So those are the two options for you.
Thank you. ကျွန်တော်တို့အခုဒီနောက်ဆုံးမေးခွန်းတစ်ခုလောက်လက်ခံပေးပါမယ်ဗျ။မေးစရာမေးခွန်းလေးများရှိသေးလားမသိဘူး။မေးစရာမေးခွန်းလေးမရှိတော့ဆိုကျွန်တော်တို့ meeting လေးအန်လိုက်ပါမလို့ပါဟုတ်။
ဟုတ်ကဲ့တခုမေးချင်ပါတယ်ခုနအင်္ဂလိပ်စာ wave တာနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့မရဘူးလို့ပြောသွားတဲ့အခါကျတော့လေဟုတ်တိုက်ရိုက်မေးလိုက်ရမှာ။
တိုက်ရိုက်မေးလို့ရပါတယ်ဟုတ်။
Hi Pumen.
Yes. Hi.
Hi May here.
Hi May.
Regarding to waive English proficiency test for master degree, you say it's not possible. Can I ask another question related with that? Can I apply the application for master degree first? Later on, I will submit the IELTS result. Is it possible?
Yes, it is. So you can submit the IELTS later on.
Okay, so
So
what is the timeline? In
right.
how many months? Within how many months I have to submit IELTS result?
Good question. So usually there will be a deadline to apply IELTS or submit the IELTS, which is middle of July, like around 15th of July for the September intake. Yeah. So
date
right.
by mid of July 2024.
That's
I have
true.
to submit IELTS.
IELTS. Correct.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question.
Hi, Miss Mai. We are going to finish this meeting session. Please telling them your want something, telling them something advice for them, please.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Liam. Yeah, so then right now, for whoever wants to apply for 2 programs, first of all, computer science, data science, digital media, and also nursing programs, you need to apply as soon as possible. And the deadline is 31st of January. And for any other programs is 31st of March, all right? And also, please do not forget our deadline to apply for the scholarship, which is 15th of February for fall intake. And also right now we have free application waiver code to EEBS Myanmar. So whoever wants to apply, please reach out to them so that you can apply to Ontario Tech University up to 3 different programs and free of the application fee, which is usually 100 Canadian dollars. All right. So I am here. I am based in Southeast Asia. And so if you have any other questions, you can reach out to EEBS Myanmar, to Liam here, or he can also pass your inquiries to myself as well. So I am representing Ontario Tech here, and I am here to help you guys. Okay. So I do hope to see everyone here in Canada someday.
Yeah. ဒီမှာတခုခုသိချင်တာလေးပဲဖြစ်စေတခုခုဒီ process တခုနဲ့သိချင်တာအဲ့လိုမျိုးလိုအပ်ချက်တခုနဲ့သိချင်တာဖြစ်စေကျွန်တော်တို့တခုသိချင်တယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့ဖုန်းနံပါတ်လေးအောက်မှာချပေးထားပါတော့ဒီဖုန်းနံပါတ်လေးကိုဆက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့စီကို reach out လုပ်လို့ရပါတယ်ခင်ဗျ Miss Mai, your presentation is really good and perfect. If we have time, we meet again.
Of course. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your support as always, Liam. So yes, and enjoy the rest of your day, and see you soon in Canada then. All right.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Bye. See you.
Bye. Thank you.
See you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.